Hey guys, my name is WinterTooth100 and today I wanted to go over 60 plus furniture and room designs to hopefully inspire you with your interiors of your builds. But first I want to give shoutouts to two members of my community who helped and inspired me with some of the designs you're about to see. Flotron found time in his busy schedule to help create 23 of these designs, and also my friend B-Togi, who has been sharing room designs on my Discord server, link in the description below. He doesn't know I've included 2 of his concepts, so surprise my friend. I hope you enjoy my renditions of your builds. Alright, moving along. First things first, a lot of these designs, keep in mind, are going to be primarily as examples, and you can pretty much use them anywhere that you see fit. These 2 first ones, we're mostly looking at the table here. These tables, I think they're fantastic, they're super great. You can put them against walls, and they just look really cute fitting inside most builds. Moving along, we have a couple of other light additions that you can place on the walls or even on the ceilings of your builds. Just grab the slab real quick. You can picture that there's a ceiling up here, for example. I've lowered these down a little lower so they're easier to see for us, but these would typically stand just a little bit taller so you don't, smack your face into them. We don't want that happening. You guys have probably seen all the little torch designs already. This is nothing new, but we do have the new Basalt Block, which I think is a wonderful addition. It's dark just like the fantastic anvils and cauldrons, but it doesn't cost any iron. This would be a whole lot easier to get, and it's a wonderful replacement for the anvil. Next up we have, it's kind of like a little locker, really. It's really cute. Flotron came up with this. In fact, the first 23 builds we're seeing, Flotron has come up with. But you can reach all of the barrels, and the top ones are a little trickier, but you could definitely reach them. They kind of look like little shelves, but I never would have thought of this. Thank you so much, Flotron. And now we have a series of table designs. These are very easy. You can include these in most builds, and it doesn't require a whole lot of intense building skill. This is more of a Japanese style. You would sit crisscross applesauce right here on the floor and dine with your friends. Next one is a little bit more traditional. We got the table legs, we got the iron pressure plates as plates, and of course the flower pots as cups. And yes, we're breezing right through these. This hopefully won't be a terribly long video, but these are just spruce trapdoors. As long as you make sure that they're placed on the block level, the top level of the block, then you can place pretty much anything on top of them. And we have a few more furniture designs for storage. You can, we got our barrels hidden nicely away. You got your armor stands, and then just some decorations to make it look nice. Technically, these scaffolding, I forgot what they're called. Technically, these scaffolding don't serve any purpose, but they look super nice mixed in here. Just some additional support. It even looks like we got a towel hanging up. Very nice. And then I really like this next one. It doesn't look over the top fancy, but you can fit this almost anywhere. If you got that corner in your build that you just can't figure out how to fit something into it, you could try something very similar to this. You can even mix it up, stack them. It's a very easy design, and it's really great for filling in those little spaces that sometimes can be really difficult to find a place for. And I can picture this next one being like in a living room. Maybe you got your jukebox down here, you got your speakers up top, there's additional storage up here. I mean, it's like a closet or an entertainment system that you can just kind of tuck away into one of the walls. Oh, I love this one a lot. I'm going to be using this one for sure. And we have one more table design for you. Off the top of my head, there might be more. And it's basically the same thing. We got our pressure plates. You can use the gold pressure plates. You can use the wood ones. I personally like the iron ones the best. But it's just another simple design. The legs have been reworked a little bit just to give you a little bit of variety, but very simple, very easy. So you can pretty much build this anywhere, anytime. Now I really like this one. This one to me reminds me of something that you would find in a cellar, in your basement perhaps. You put little tripwire hooks. It kind of looks like if you put these on here, perhaps you actually have a wine cellar. It's not it still acts as storage, obviously, but I think this could be really, really neat. I have a couple more closet designs for you guys here. All the storage is functional because of the way chests work with non-full blocks. You got another armor stand. You can hide your armor away. These things can tuck in nicely. Of course, you don't need the trapdoors on the sides. You could actually just embed this into a wall. But I like this if you want to have that extra depth and detail that oh so important depth included in your interiors. And I like this one a lot. It's just another little closet design. Of course, it also pokes out. That depth is incredibly important for making your interiors feel like they're full of stuff, which is a big thing that, you know, lots of players are actually looking for. I personally like simplistic designs, but you can't get much more simplistic looking when this thing is closed. And of course, when it's open, it's completely functional. Now, this next little thing is pretty simple. It's just to help illustrate that these Lecterns, yeah, they're relatively new to the game, but oh my goodness, libraries. You have these Lecterns dotted around with little books on here. You write little stories in this for your friends to find. This is super cute. I highly encourage you to build a library and include these Lecterns. They're absolutely fantastic. And of course, the looms down here, you face, they're directional, so you place them in backwards, and they kind of look like books are missing, or perhaps it's like a local library and the books have been checked out. Oh, I love this. Whoever thought of that, they're a genius. And then I have my last two closet designs for you. I promise. The last two closet designs. Get your armor in here. It's a different material. It's darker. Of course, you can replace these with any of the wood variants to help it fit better within your build. And then, of course, all the storage. This here is just nothing. It's just a little divider. Ignore that. And this next one to me feels like it's better for like a living room. You got your shelves, it's very open. You could even put this up against a wall that has a window in it, so you got the light pouring through right through the middle of this. Oh, I love it so much. And then of course you got additional storage. So a big important thing for me is a lot of these actually include storage. They're both practical and functional. All right, this next little section it's very basic. We're not looking at the tables here, we're looking at the particular light sources. It's a bunch of different little lamps, but it's really a combination of a handful of blocks. You got end rods, you got your dragon eggs, you got the brewing stands, the new, what are these called? Shroom lights. You got quartz. So these are like different little shades on your lamp, and then the rest of it's just the lamp post. But because these are actual light sources, these are incredibly practical. Some of the only ones that aren't practical are the ones with the dragon eggs, because the dragon egg doesn't produce any light. And so if your top block doesn't produce light, then it's purely for show. But come on, it looks fantastic. And we have these all the way around, so you get a variety. There's a lot of orange hues, but these are really great. One of my favorite ones, however, is the Magma Block. The Magma Block is a special block where its light level can change depending on its exposure to other lights. So if, for example, you wanted to use a dragon egg or something else, maybe an iron bar that doesn't produce any light, you can actually place a torch a certain distance from it and force this thing to have a specific light level. So you can use the magma ones to really control how much light you have pouring throughout your builds. And so you can see we just got a bunch of these all set up with the different varieties, so you kind of get a feel for what they're gonna look like when you have them set up. And one of my favorite things ever are the banners. Oh my goodness, the banners are so nice. They kind of look like, to me, that they would be like over here, these guys. Like they're more corner of the room light stands, which any build that's going to have a couch and a chair that's creating a corner in the room, these fit nicely right in the corner, produce plenty of light. I like these a lot. And moving on, this is kind of a build. It's more of a unique division between rooms, just end rods stacked on each other. They produce a lot of light, and they make for a nice division between rooms, and you can just walk right through them. These are fantastic. I like these a lot. But moving on, I have a couple of bed designs for you. This bed here, it's nothing fancy. It's got a little like crown on it. Maybe the king sleeps here. You can expand these to make it as big as you want. But my favorite thing is they are completely functional. Those are real beds in there. So if you need to sleep, all you gotta do is walk up, open the trap door, right click in there, and you're sleeping. Word of warning though, I don't know if that will mess with your ability to respawn, because you might have blocks obstructing your spawn space. It's a word of caution. Moving on, we got another Japanese style of interior design here. They like to sleep on the floor, at least traditionally speaking. You see in movies all the time, even in anime, that they'll sleep on these mats on the floor. And if you just, take your beds, put them down, and then fill the floor with slabs, you can get this same effect. This one's one of my favorites. This is like a little den. You got your writing table, you got your chair with the tall back, Again, banners. Banners are amazing for interior design. These things work everywhere. We got a little light tucked in the corner. Again, we got the bookshelves and the looms to give that nice library yet incomplete look. Oh, it's fantastic. I like this a lot. And the next one, of course, we got us a little corner couch. We got one of those lights in the corner like I was talking about earlier, and a grandfather clock. It's a little weird that this family's, sitting here and just watching the clock. Seems like a waste of time, but this grandfather clock, I'm a big fan of this. It's very simple. It's just a couple of looms, an item frame, a clock, and just some little decoration bits framing it. And how could we show off interior designs without showing off the toilet? Of course you have to have a toilet. Alternatively, you can replace this with a composter and a trapdoor, and then you can fill the composter with some stuff because it kind of looks like it's got it's got some stuff in there. And we got a little toilet paper roll on the side. So I'm not going to go into this one too much, but a little bathroom. It's always nice to have a little bathroom. One of those things in Minecraft that you don't need to do, but it's nice to have it. It gives you that sense, that feeling of completion to a build. And for those of you that want to go for a slightly more modern look, here we have a kitchen. You got your iron blocks with the iron door. You got the smoker. We got the little I don't know what you call this, little thing that goes above the oven, so when it gets all smoky, this fan takes it filters it out. Whatever that is, I'm sure you guys will let me know. We got a nice sneaky little light source hidden back there to keep this place all nice and lit. You got your sink here, so you're doing the dishes, washing your hands, whatever you're doing. You got a nice view out there, this whole flat, beautiful world. And of course, you got the classic, what is this, 50s? The 1950s checkerboard floor. Oh, looks really great with this concrete. Moving right along. Speaking of dens, I love this. I love this so much. You got a nice little comfy double chair, little love seat. You got your little table to put your glass, and you can just watch the fire all night. And of course the fire's blue because we have the new snapshot, and it's amazing. And of course along the top here, it's the perfect size to actually put things up here. And you can of course raise the roof up a little bit more so you actually have more access to these things. Absolutely fantastic. And if you're somebody that likes to play with mods, RL Craft has the dragon heads. You can put the dragon heads up there. Oh, they're so nice. I love them so much. I just don't have that here because we're playing with the snapshot. We have blue fire. All right, these next two builds are by B Togi. So he posted these large rooms, and I've scaled them down slightly. So if you're watching this, B, I've scaled them down a little bit so they're not block for block. But they are so good. B, you're so talented. I love these so much. You got the little cauldron. You look out the window. You got the little plate on the side. There's storage up here. He's got lights hidden up there. I absolutely love this bamboo in the flower pots. That is the coolest design. All of this can of course be made in survival. We have the barrels going along the bottom. They look really nice as decoration, but they're also storage. Like, I love builds that look really nice on the inside, but are incredibly functional. And if you get a good texture pack, moving on just a little bit, if you get a nice little texture pack, you can actually replace pickles to make them look a little bit more like candles. But if not, they already kind of look like just green candles on their own. I really like this. You got a nice little dining room next to the kitchen. This is fantastic, B. I love this so much. And of course, the next one is also by B, and this is his bathroom design. It goes with the toilet a little bit that we just saw a moment ago. We got the nice, lovely blue lanterns in the back there. You got some, it's kind of storage, really. It's mostly just decoration. You want some nice things in here, make them look great. If you, this is the coral block, so caution with this build a little bit. You have to go a little wide with it because you need to get water in there so these things don't turn into their gray variants. We want the bright, vibrant yellows. They look super nice. But because we have water and we made space for it, it kind of gives you a nice little effect in the shower. So you got water dripping through this slab right here. It's a little slow. It's not the most impressive, but for survival, to actually have water looking like it's dripping down from obviously we're not showering. Somebody just forgot to completely turn it off. I don't know who that was, but they're wasting my water. Moving on, we're going to talk about a couple of exterior stuff. Your exterior decoration is just as important as the interior. We have a couple of mailbox designs. I'm a big fan of these. Of course, if you're going to go visit a friend, maybe you have a friend who doesn't really like it when you snoop through their bases so much. That's perfectly fine. I completely understand. You should have mailboxes, because if you want to leave a gift for them, or if they want to leave something for you, but they don't want you to, again, go through their base, they can leave it in their mailbox outside. And if you leave off a gift, you can flip the trap door. So whoever sees it, whoever mailbox it is, they will know that something is in here waiting for them. So of course, they'll come in, they'll take it out, and then close the trap door. So, so there's nothing in there. I love this. This is super cute and very practical, and a great way to, keep peace with your friends. And for those of you who are dog lovers, we have Doris here. This is Mila's dog. Hi, Mila. Doris is living in the nice doghouse that we built in the yard for her. It's mostly just stairs with 2 different varieties of wood, and of course, the gate that we have in here. But yeah, that's right. Yes, it's your home. I'm sorry. I didn't mean to. Moving on, we have a couple of potted bushes. So of course they look really nice. This is a great way to hide light sources as well. If we grab this shroom light, it's not the perfect block for the example, but you can actually hide light sources under those things, and the light will go through them. It's a brilliant way to hide your lighting, and also keep the mobs from spawning in here. And if you have a flat wall that you really just want to decorate with something, I highly suggest vines made out of leaves and the fence. Spruce fence is spruce is just my favorite color type for all the woods, but this looks really nice. Basically all you got to do is create an entire surface of the leaves, and then take your shears and just wildly shear out some, and you get a very random pattern, and then just fill in all the holes with the fence. It looks really nice. It looks like you have this this designated section where the vines are allowed to grow, and they're wrapping around these poles. And if you really want to get fancy with it, you should definitely get yourself a hot tub. Yes, you got to get a hot tub. I turn off my sounds because there's an annoying portal right there. You can see the particles. Stupid portal. But you got a nice little hot tub here. What you do is you put the soul sand on the bottom so you get the nice bubbly effect. And then beneath the soul sand, you put little campfires, and well, it looks like it's really hot in there. It's perfect for, just relaxing and loosening up all those muscles. Thank you for that idea, Bella. Man, we're really blasting right through this, aren't we? We got through a lot so far. A lot of little, tiny little things. But moving on, we're going into this living room design. Of course, we got our TV in the back, just made out of coal blocks. Some quartz for a stand there. You got your chairs. You got a carpet on the floor. The table is being supported by brown banners. Yes, they do wave a little bit, so if that's something that bugs you, maybe you'd steer away from this and replace the ends with the oak stairs upside down. But I really like the banners on the side. They kind of look like little legs, and they don't consume pretty much any room at all. They're absolutely fantastic. We got a ceiling fan up at the top, which is also doubling as a light source. Little closet back here. Nothing in here, but we got a nice little closet. I love this. And again, here we go, showing off that you can have some greenery in the house in front of the windows. Your windows don't have to be open. You can put things in front of them. That's something that I see in builds all the time, is the windows are typically always just wide open, and they don't need to be. If this video is a little jump cutty, it's because I'm trying to describe things, and then I get brain farts like constantly, and then I have to be like, what is that block? I cannot remember the name of that block, so it's a little jump cutty. I'm sorry, but we'll just ignore me, and we'll move on to the next thing. We have the Nether update. Oh my goodness, guys. All the new Nether stuff is so fantastic. You're gonna need a ready room. And here we have a nice little ready room. You can obviously include one of the many different storage designs that we've looked at so far instead of doing item frames on the wall, but I just really wanted to look at the sword again. The sword is so good. And the armor, the new netherite armor is fantastic. But of course, once you're done in your ready room, you gotta go to the next room. You gotta go in here. Oh my goodness. If you haven't seen the new nether blocks, listen. Oh, it's squishy. I love it. It's so... What I've done here is I've created this nice portal room, and if we come out the other side, it's identical over here. Of course, we're in the Nether now, but nice mirrored portal room. I love it. It's so good. I think we got to go through this one. You want to be sure to sync up your portals. I didn't sync them up. I just kind of, built them as is. So if we go through the wrong side, you get teleported a really long ways away, and it's not nice. But let's look at the very last thing on our list of furniture designs, guys. I was inspired by all the new Nether blocks. I had to create a witch's brewing room. Oh my gosh. The new blocks are so good. You got, I don't even know what these are called. Crimson roots. You got what are these, warped roots? Oh, they're so good. Of course, we see a couple of repeat things here just to show you that they fit in. You got the bookshelves with missing books. You got your brewing stand over here. Of course, you got your cauldron over the fire. Oh yes, a witch definitely lives here. It looks a little broken down. Roots growing from the ceilings. This is just a traditional place that I think a witch would love to hang out and make some potions of nastiness that we don't really want to. We don't want to linger here. I'm not going to stick around wait for that witch to return. But guys, this is my 60 plus little furniture and room designs. There will be a link in the description down below. You can get your hands on a world download and check these things out firsthand. Thank you guys so much for watching. I hope you enjoyed this. Leave a like if you liked, subscribe if you haven't, share it to friends, hit that notification bell, and I will see you guys in the next one.